She had everything it took to reign: the voice, the freshness, and the aura of an American fairy tale. Yet behind the spotlight, reality would soon prove much harsher. But before talking about the industry that broke her, we have to go back to where it all began: Glendale, Arizona. Jordin Sparks was born on December 22nd, 1989. Her father, Philip Sparks, was a professional football player for the New York Giants. Her mother, of European descent, passed down a different legacy, one of mixed heritage that would shape Jordin's identity. In the Sparks household, faith was everything. Jordin grew up in the evangelical church, attended a Christian school, and sang in the choir. Very early on, her talent became impossible to ignore. Her maternal grandmother, convinced of her potential, made a bold choice. She decided to homeschool her so Jordin could fully dedicate herself to music. She became her mentor, protector, and manager. Jordin was only 9 years old, but she already had one clear dream: to sing for the entire world. Before television fame, she built a local reputation. She entered contest after contest: Coca-Cola Rising Star, Gospel Music Association Spotlight, where she even slipped her resume to Kirk Franklin himself, though she never got a reply. America's Most Talented Kids, Colgate Country Showdown. Like many child prodigies, she also sang the national anthem at sports events before thousands of fans. Fear. She didn't know the meaning of it. The stage was her playground. But Jordin didn't limit herself to music. In 2006, she entered a plus-size modeling competition organized by the brand Torrid. She finished among the 6 finalists and landed a full-page spread in 17 magazine. In Glendale, she was already a local star. Outside Arizona, however, no one knew her name yet. That same year, everything changed. Like thousands of young Americans, she auditioned for American Idol. She was just 16 and tried out in Los Angeles. But her dream was crushed almost instantly. She was eliminated in the first round. Many would have quit. Not Jordin. She tried again, this time in a local competition called Arizona Idol, sponsored by a Fox affiliate. She won, earning a direct ticket to audition in Seattle. This time, the cameras were rolling, and her face appeared on screens across the nation for the first time. To understand what American Idol represented in 2007, you have to realize it was more than a TV show. It was a cultural phenomenon, a machine built to make stars. Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood. The winners became icons. Jordin had grown up watching Kelly win in 2002. 5 years later, she was walking the same path. Her bright smile, bubbly personality, and powerful vocals quickly won over part of the audience. But not everyone was convinced. Simon Cowell, the show's toughest judge, doubted her ability to command the stage. Too church, too safe, some said. It didn't matter, Jordin kept going round after round with quiet determination. And on May 23, 2007, before millions of viewers, history was made. At just 17, Jordin Sparks became the youngest winner in American Idol history. 74 million votes, a record. Even Simon Cowell, who had favored Melinda Doolittle, admitted she was the contestant who improved the most. America had spoken. Jordin now wore a crown heavy with expectations. The day after her victory, her song This Is Mine now debuted on the Billboard Hot 100.
There was a time when...
Then came Tattoo, her first official single, which climbed to number 8 and went multi-platinum worldwide. In November 2007, her debut album Jordin Sparks entered the top 10. The real turning point came in February 2008. Jordin recorded a duet with Chris Brown, No Air. The song became a global phenomenon, sold millions of copies, and earned her a Grammy nomination. For many, it confirmed she wasn't just a talent show winner, she was a pop star. More hits followed. One Step at a Time reached the top 20 in the U.S. At that point, Jordin made Idol history again. She was the first winner to have her first 4 singles all chart in the Billboard Hot 100's top 20. Her rise was meteoric. But behind that perfect trajectory, the first warning signs were already appearing. After No Air and her early hits, Jordin returned in 2009 with her second album, Battlefield. The title track hit the top 10. Her voice remained strong, but something felt off. The album charted higher than her debut, yet sales dropped. The public's enthusiasm waned. In this business, numbers tell the truth, and they decide the future. Jordin kept working relentlessly. She opened for the Jonas Brothers, then Britney Spears, and even landed a role on Broadway and In the Heights. But by age 20, she still didn't have a world tour of her own, while her peers were already filling arenas. Then came a blow. In 2011, her label Jive Records, the one that launched her, shut down. Jordin was automatically transferred to RCA. But there, no one knew what to do with her. No budget, no strategy. Worse, her A&R rejected her ideas, shelving dozens of songs she had recorded. Jordin later revealed that nearly 50 tracks were scrapped, months of work erased by a label that no longer believed in her. The contrast was brutal. She was recording constantly, but nothing was being released. And when she tried to expand into film, TV, and theater, she was accused of losing focus on her music. A trap with no way out. A new opportunity seemed to open up. Film. In 2012, she landed the lead role in Sparkle, a remake of the 70s classic produced by Whitney Houston. On set, Whitney took her under her wing, encouraging her. "You are exactly what we were looking for." But tragedy struck. Whitney died before the film's release. Sparkle became a posthumous tribute, and Jordin shined in the lead role and on the soundtrack with Love Will. But that success was short-lived. Musically, she remained stuck. That's when frustration hit its peak. Several songs originally written for Jordin and rejected by her label later became massive hits for other singers. The Way, which launched Ariana Grande's career in 2013, was written for Jordin, inspired by her relationship with Jason Derulo. RCA refused to release it. Ariana recorded it, and the rest is history. Producer Harmony Samuels later admitted that Ariana's Yours Truly album was the sound he had first imagined for Jordin. It wasn't an isolated case. Skyscraper, Demi Lovato's emotional hit, was also initially meant as a bonus track for Battlefield. Again, a potential career-defining song slipped through her fingers. Each rejection, each missed opportunity, made it feel like the industry was working against her. Then came controversy. In 2008, at the MTV VMAs, host Russell Brand mocked the Jonas Brothers for wearing purity rings. Jordin, who wore one herself as a symbol of her decision to wait until marriage, stood up for them. It's not a bad thing to wear a purity ring, because not everybody wants to be a slut. She meant to defend her values, but the comment sparked national outrage. Accused of judging others' sexual choices, she became a target. Her love life drew attention too. Her high-profile relationship with Jason Derulo fascinated fans. 3 years of romance. A sentimental video for Marry Me that hinted at engagement, until a sudden breakup in 2014. Jason was accused of cheating. He denied it. The media turned it into a soap opera. Conflicting statements, a fight over a car he'd given her, private details aired publicly. Jordin was left heartbroken, painted as the naive girl who believed in fairy tales. Soon after, she entered another turbulent relationship, this time with rapper Sage the Gemini. Less than a year later, leaked audio surfaced of him insulting her and claiming she'd given him $70,000 for his house. In public, he begged her to take him back. In private, he trashed her. Another humiliation. Gradually, her image shifted. She was no longer the radiant American Idol winner. To the public, she was the too wholesome singer in an increasingly sexualized industry, the awkwardly outspoken Christian girl, and the unlucky lover. 3 heavy labels, enough to stall a career. When her record label finally shut down in 2016, many assumed Jordin would fade away. But even if the industry had turned its back, she never stopped singing. And soon, her personal life took center stage. In spring 2017, she met Dana Isaiah, a young fitness model introduced by mutual friends. Officially, they discussed charity projects and Hollywood opportunities. Unofficially, sparks flew fast. Only 3 months later, during a group vacation in Hawaii, they eloped on the beach, No lavish ceremony, no white gown, just the ocean, a few friends, and a minister to officiate. Months later, in November 2017, Jordin announced two surprises at once. She was married and pregnant. On May 2nd, 2018, she gave birth to her son, DJ. To share the journey with fans, she let Lifetime air Jordin Sparks, a baby story, a documentary about her pregnancy and childbirth. But behind the smiles, challenges piled up. Her pregnancy was difficult and she suffered several heartbreaking losses. Her half-sister, her cousin, and her friend Leah LaBelle, a fellow Idol alum, who died in a car crash. Those tragedies forced her to rebuild herself through grief. Her marriage also raised eyebrows. Dana soon became her manager, despite no industry experience. Rumors spread online. Photos of him being too close to a female friend, whispers of infidelity. Some fans urged her to leave him, but Jordin defended him fiercely. To some, doubt lingered. Still, Jordin refused to give up music. In 2019, she released a joint EP with Elijah Blake titled 1990 Forever. She returned to Broadway in Waitress, but the mainstream audience had moved on. In 2020, her single Red Sangria went viral for the wrong reasons. People mocked it online, turning it into memes comparing it to a supermarket jingle. A painful moment for someone who once stood among pop's brightest. Yet her voice never left her. In 2022, she reunited with Chris Brown on stage to perform No Air for the first time in years. The moment went viral, earning praise from fans, proof that her talent still resonated. Still, even that performance drew criticism from some who accused her of supporting Chris Brown despite his controversies. Jordin clarified, she only wanted to sing for her fans. She then returned to her roots, gospel. In 2024, she released Constant with Chandler Moore from Maverick City Music. Performing it live in February 2025, her voice, pure, powerful, and untouched by time, moved audiences deeply. Many saw it as proof that her gift had never faded, even if the industry had moved on. At the same time, she began carving out a new niche. Christmas became her lane. She recorded holiday albums and joined shows like a Motown Christmas in 2024 alongside JoJo, Jamie Foxx, and Ashanti. A clever strategy, much like Mariah Carey or Kelly Clarkson, to claim a lasting spot in December playlists. Jordin didn't stop there. She wrote a screenplay called Quiet Storm, which she hopes to bring to the screen. And in 2024, she released her fifth album, No Restrictions. Critics praised its maturity and nostalgic Randy B tones from the 90s and early 2000s, but without major label support, it barely registered. So in 2025, what remains of Jordin Sparks? At the BET Awards, she announced a Christmas film, a podcast titled What's Your Spark, new collaborations, and summer singles. She keeps going, not for fame, not for charts, but because she loves to sing. And maybe that's the real twist. Jordin Sparks had everything to become Whitney Houston's successor or Ariana Grande's rival. But in different labels, missed opportunities, public backlash, and toxic relationships slowed her rise. Still, she persists. Because in the end, her dream was never just to be a star. It was simply to sing. That's the story of Jordin Sparks. A story of triumph and sabotage, of love and betrayal, of promises made and broken. A living proof that the music industry can make a star overnight and abandon her the next day.